I know it's been a while since I last posted. There has been a lot going on in my life. A lot of it kind of drained my energy so much that I barely took care of myself, and I barely took care of anything in my life really. I was doing the necessary tasks to survive, meaning work, and that's about it. I didn't really do anything else except for play computer games, watch Netflix, or cry in my bed. And it's been a rough few months. I was also traveling a little bit by myself. That was really fun. But after I came back, just everything was like at a low point for me. As you can tell from the title, yes, I was going through a heartbreak. I'm still somewhat going through it. That was my first heartbreak, so it was very heavy on me. That was also one of the main reasons why I didn't feel great in my life. Now looking back, I can see how the relationship, how much it drained me and my energy. I was not really connected to myself as I wish I was. Yeah, I just realized this in the end when everything came to fall and everything started to shatter, that I was in a terrible state and I was mentally totally drained. Losing someone that you've known for such a long time is really difficult. I was kind of hesitant whether to post this video or not because I didn't want to overexpose myself too much on the internet. I think some things are better left private. But one thing that really helped me go through this heartbreak was to watch YouTube videos. I watched a ton of videos about how to get over heartbreak, and they helped me so much. I want to provide that for you as well with this video. That's why I'm filming this video right now. I think now I'm in the headspace where I can be okay with being single and being by myself. And so I figured this was the perfect time to film a video to bring you positive energy and maybe be a little light of hope at the end of the dark tunnel that you are going through right now, because I'm assuming if you clicked on this video you are probably going through a breakup or you have been going through a breakup. Whatever stage you're in, I just want you to know that you are going to be okay. I am also okay. I am actually feeling really good right now, not gonna lie. And trust me, once you're over that stage where you keep crying and keeping sad and miserable about that person, once you're over that stage, oh my god, you're gonna thrive. And it takes time. It takes time. It's okay. And your life is not destroyed. Imagine yourself how you used to be before you met that person. You are also living your best life, hopefully. Or you were living. You were here. So that person just going is just for you to come back at yourself. Don't worry, we are going through this together. I am going to be your big sister who is already past that sad stage and gonna show you that you can be okay. Trust me, okay? Rose quartz, because today I'm releasing burdens of love.
Exactly, as you should.
Yes. I thought the full moon in Cancer is the perfect sign from the universe to finally let go of the thoughts and the anxiety that has been haunting me for months. And let me make this clear before I go into any more details. I am not trying to blame my ex-partner for any of my emotions, my thoughts, or my feelings that I have been dealing with. In fact, they were one of the most kindest souls I've ever met in this lifetime. I've learned a lot from them, and I will always have a special place in my heart for them. So by no means did we separate on bad terms. However, the breakup was still very heavy on me just because I put a lot of emphasis and a lot of meaning on it, and I practically put my meaning of life into this relationship, and when it ended, it felt like my life was ending. I grew to be very dependent on the other person, and it was not healthy for me. The more time progressed, the more I lost myself, and eventually I realized, oh my god, I have lost my identity. I don't know who I am anymore. Now suddenly this person who meant so much to me and who was in my life 24/7, even if I wasn't talking to them 24/7, they were on my mind the whole time. Now I have to fill all of this time with other emotions or other thoughts or other things other than that person. What could I possibly think about? What could I possibly do? All these questions were running through my mind as we separated, and in that moment I knew I have to get myself together. I have to find back to myself. I think once you become unhealthily attached, you set very loose boundaries. If you even set any boundaries, you tolerate everything, just because the only purpose that you have is be with that person. God beware you express any boundary. What if that person leaves? Then you lose your life. You lose the sense of your life. That's what I was thinking. I tolerated a lot. I did a lot of things that I wouldn't have done for anyone. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, Nikki, how did you get to such a low point where you would literally die for that other person? I agreed to a lot of compromises that were probably not healthy for me, and that probably didn't make me feel great, just because I was so scared that the other person would leave me. And the more you try to please the other person, the more you lose yourself. And a relationship like that will never work out in the end. And if you're unlucky, that person might even be a terrible person and use that to their advantage, and then you'll be stuck for a very long time. It is up to you to break free from that cycle. And it is up to you to find back to yourself. And let me tell you, it is not an easy way. I know. I am uploading this video months after I filmed all these clips, and I am still not over it fully, but I think now I'm on the right path to finding back to myself. And there's nothing more liberating, nothing more beautiful to be content with yourself and to love yourself. And even though you might think you won't be able to do that because that person was your whole life, you existed before that person, you lived before that person, you came into this world by yourself, and you're also going to leave this world by yourself. So what makes you think that you cannot be happy by yourself? Now think about it. Did that person really bring you happiness, or did that person just distract you from your own pain and suffering because you were not able to provide happiness for yourself? And if you attach your emotions and feelings to other people, you will never be able to stand up for yourself and be yourself, be the person that you want to be. It won't be easy, but let's be real. Is there anything in life that has been easy?
This is all the negative energy, unwanted energy we don't want. I'm gonna throw it into the trash can.
So, very exciting news. I am getting a tattoo today. Ah! I'm so excited. I'm gonna get it on my chest here. Can't show you guys, but like in between my non-existential boobs. And it's gonna be really nice. I'm so excited. I know it's gonna be really painful, but honestly, I'm excited. I feel like getting a tattoo in such an area, I'm like, feels really liberating, very free. I feel really free. Okay, part of me is getting this tattoo because of my heartbreak. Well, not really. It's not because of my heartbreak. You know when things like that happen and you're like really in pain emotionally and you just want to like change something about yourself? You're like, yes, I'm gonna do this. And this is what I usually do. I usually get like ear piercings, but I really wanted this tattoo for such a long time, and I feel like now I'm like in the mood where I can handle that much pain because I'm already in emotional pain. Okay, I'm not anymore, I'm okay, but you get what I mean, right? Actually, it sounds like I'm having unhealthy coping mechanisms. I am so excited. So this is my outfit, wearing black pants and a t-shirt because I'm gonna be half naked anyway, so I might as well be comfortable and wear something that I can just like put over when I come home, and I'm not wearing a bra because I know this is gonna hurt. So I don't want to put a bra on after the tattoo is over. Woohoo! I am so excited. The tattoo appointment went well. I went back to my usual tattoo artist, and even though I was in an absurd amount of pain, it was definitely worth it because I'm not gonna get a tattoo in this area ever again. So let's just appreciate the nice tattoo for now. Let me tell you guys, this was so painful. Got myself some food, so I'm gonna eat that now. Yo, the part on my chest where it was like right between the boobs, oh my god, that was so painful. I wanted to cry. Like we had to take a break because it was just so painful. And then when he went up to my like chest, like to my where my breasts are, everything in this area, like here, terrible. And then he was telling me like, I'm gonna do it fast, don't worry, I know this is so painful, so we're gonna do it fast. So I wasn't prepared for the pain, but it was worth it. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Afterwards you're like, oh, I'm fine actually, you know, but during that time you're like, oh my god, I don't want to do this again. But I think like if you have like nice music on, that actually really helps. And if you like talk to the tattoo artist, I couldn't talk because I was just in so much pain. I would totally do it again, because the tattoo looks amazing. I love it. I've been eating a lot of tuna lately, even though now, because of inflation, is overpriced. I didn't have the nerve to cook anything. Honestly, I was not in the mental space for that, so I was just grabbing food from outside, which is not really healthy, but you know what? Sometimes you just can't get yourself together to cook, and that's okay. And I wanted you to know, if you feel like this way, it's okay to let yourself go a little bit. I know it's super difficult when we're going through a difficult time to like still take care of everything as like nothing happened. Don't know how it is for guys, but I feel like us women, we get like really emotional, and it just we feel miserable all the time. And then at least in like straight relationships, I always feel like the guy, like he walks out of a breakup like not really caring as much as we do, and it feels like they are living their best lives now that we are gone, and then we are in misery, and it feels so, you just feel bad about yourself, no? Trust me, after some time they will also feel the same way, and by that time we're already moved on. So it's okay that we are feeling, or that you are feeling this way right now. I think it is important to be easy on yourself and be kind and gentle and not set too much of expectations on yourself. I know it might seem like you have to do so many things after a breakup. You have to prove the other person that they lost something, and you have to get your life back together and glow up and whatever. But I also want you to know that you should deal with your feelings instead of distracting yourself from them. But obviously I know this is easier said than done, and I know for a lot of people, myself included, we feel very deeply, so it can be quite difficult to deal with your emotions. And I would say to a certain degree distraction is always good, because otherwise you just end up spiraling and being miserable the whole time, which is obviously also not good for yourself. So I would recommend to, distract yourself a little bit, but also remember to deal with your emotions and not fully distract yourself. And yeah, just slowly find back to yourself. One thing that has helped me was to start cooking again, or like making small and easy dishes, and go out a little bit and, you know, take care of my plants, stuff that I have been neglecting, but things that are not as high maintenance. I have to be honest, it has been really difficult for me to get myself up and do chores. I struggle so much with chores because over the past months, I haven't really been doing much. There was just so much going on in my mind that it is so difficult to start now. And I keep like postponing things, and I keep seeing the mess that I'm surrounded in, but like I don't know where to start. Everything's becoming pretty overwhelming for me in my apartment. And yesterday, when I was getting my tattoo, I was at my tattoo artist's place, and he had such a nice apartment. He didn't have a lot of stuff, and it was still pretty nice, and he had a lot of plants that looked amazing. So I was like, damn, I wish my apartment would look like this, because a lot of my plants have died because I didn't properly care for them. And then also I'm dealing with trips right now, which has been really draining my energy. You know what? I'll just take this as a sign from the universe putting me into a new life chapter. I guess like it's time for me to really clean up my space so I can start this fresh chapter of my life, a fresh environment. I want to give some final words to everyone who is going through a breakup right now and is watching this video. First of all, I want you to know, and I think I said this multiple times during this video, that you are going to be okay. It might seem like you'll never be able to live again, and that's totally normal. I felt like this too. It took me 2 weeks to actually do something and not cry every hour, or at least 5 times a day. And I was able, you know, after some time, to do some normal stuff. And you really have to trust time. Time will heal all wounds, and this wound will also be healed. Try to not beg your ex-partner for attention. Try to not reach out to them, you know, just be by yourself. Surround yourself with friends, your family, whatever it is that makes you happy. I'm sure you have a hobby or a passion that you can, you know, kind of distract yourself with. But also, it is totally fine if you just want to sit in bed and cry all day and watch Netflix and eat ice cream. That's what I did too. So don't be hard on yourself. Breakups are never easy, and it is even less easy to find back to yourself after you have been with someone and your whole identity was basically being with that other person. You know, I can tell you there's so many fun things in this world, and that person going is not gonna keep you away from experiencing happiness in this lifetime. If they were the right person, they wouldn't have treated you this way, and they certainly wouldn't have left you like this. And one thing a YouTuber said that has really stuck with me is that if you had so much love for the wrong person, imagine how much you're able to love the right person. And you will find that other person, but for you to find that other person, you have to first let go of that first person. You have to allow the universe to help you meet the person that is meant for you. And that requires, sadly, to let go of the past. There's so many people that went through a breakup and they're still here living and thriving. So what makes you think that you can't do the same? I wish you guys all the best, and thank you so much for watching this video. I am definitely excited to be back again on YouTube. I try to upload more regularly, and I can't wait for you guys to see my future content and accompany me on my journey to finding back to myself. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. I'm gonna give you a lot of hugs and kisses through the screen, and I'll see you in my next video.